So if you don't have some sort of gratitude practice, whether it's journaling, whether it's just meditation, you're missing out on a ton of life because feeling abundant and feeling grateful, number one, it improves your health, your immunity. Welcome back to another episode of Thrive Mode Radio. I'm Marcus MacKay. I'm the CEO and founder of M-Perform, where we help our clients go from survival mode to thrive mode. A lot of the world, they don't like the way they feel, they hate the way they look, and I really don't want you to be one of them. So today's topic is really important, and I think stress management or managing your stress is one of those superpowers. And let's face it, the last 2 years have been really heavy on us. Things aren't normal. Stress is high, jobs are lost. Our human needs have been constrained. Being able to socialize, be outside, be with others. Our day-to-days have been completely flipped upside down. So in today's episode, I really want to hammer in or give you some guidance around some stress management strategies so that you can thrive in life. So the first thing is that we need to understand that stress is inevitable. You can't live a stressless life because the things you stress about are the things you care about. So life without stress is a life without meaning because you care about relationships, you care about work, you care about your health. You see, when we start to stress about things, it means it's important to us. We have a deadline at work. That's stressful, maybe. We get in a fight with our spouse, we get in a fight with someone we care about. That's stressful because we care about it. We stress about our health because it starts to decline because we care about it. So understanding that it's not about having a stress-less life. It's about being able to have tools so that when stress arises, you know what to do. So when it comes to managing your stress, there's a big difference between stress management, which means the stress is there and then you have to play with it, you have to manage it, and managing your stress. You're in the driver's seat. So there's 5 balls we juggle in life: our self, our health, our relationships, our community, and our work. The first 4 balls are made of glass. If we drop them, they shatter. Our work is made of rubber. If we drop it, it bounces back. So a lot of the world stresses over work, or the Western world. There's a lot of people who don't have the same opportunities, who have to stress about water and food, and maybe their life, right? Like they're at risk. They're at much greater risk than, let's say, us Westerners. But for most of us who are listening to this, work is the primary stressor. So remember that when you drop the ball at work, it bounces back. But when you drop the ball in your health, relationships, community, and yourself, that ball might shatter. So getting clear on your priorities, because you can always get a new job. You can always find a new role. You can always start a new business. The great thing about money is it always comes back, right? You can just go make more. So that identification that, hey, work is what keeps me really stressed, but at the end of the day, life isn't work. Work isn't life. Second thing I want to talk about is the mindset shift between stress debilitates me versus stress empowers me. So there's 2 mindsets. So we can view stress as something that takes away from my health, is something that, like I said, debilitates me to step up. It's something that pushes me down. It's something that takes away my vitality. So that's mindset number 1. Mindset number 2 is that stress empowers me. Challenges are good. When I encounter stress, I'm stepping up for something. I'm getting better. Because remember, when you're in the gym and you're doing resistance training, you're literally stressing your tissues. So you stress your tissues, you push yourself, then over the next 24, 48, 72 hours, your body gets better. It's the same thing for your brain. When you go through discomfort, let's say you have a deadline due and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. That's awesome. Your colleagues and your boss have seen potential in you. They say, hey, they can handle this. Let's push them. right? Or these long, long work hours. And I just want to say the one thing. Some people say, hey, Marcus, you work really hard. I don't work really hard. I work long hours because I love what I do. Hard work is in the fields doing labor work, farming, that type of stuff. Maybe, going, going to war. Like my grandfather at my age was in war. That's hard work. So if you think that working hard at a desk is hard work, it's not. It's just long hours. So mindset number two is you view stress as growth, an opportunity to get better. That's so key. So when you have stressful things, it means, oh, I haven't done this before. Great, I'm going to learn some new skills. Second thing I want to talk about is psychological tools to help you manage your stress. So one of my favorite expressions is from Anne Frank, and she says, the paper is more patient than people. There are things that you should write down to get them out of your brain. You should journal. I've met several hundred high performers, maybe even thousands over my career, and most of them all have some sort of journaling practice, some sort of introspection, some sort of time of day where they write down what's going on in their brain and they reflect. Journaling is one of the most powerful practices to help with stress management. So, Marcus, what do I write in my journal? I think I should do a full episode on journaling, but this is up to you. What's on your mind? I'll tell you a framework that I use and I advise some of my clients to use is you write down what time you woke up, wins from yesterday, gratitude. So let's talk about gratitude for a second. So if you don't have some sort of gratitude practice, whether it's journaling, whether it's just meditation, you're missing out on a ton of life. Because feeling abundant and feeling grateful, number one, it improves your health, your immunity, your sense of well-being, but it also helps you manage your stress. Because if you're in a stressful situation, let's say, for instance, you get a parking ticket. You get a parking ticket and you stress, oh, I gotta pay a parking ticket. You know how many people would kill to be able to have a car or be able to live your life with the things you have, right? So in that moment, you can be grateful that you can actually afford a car. When it rains and you're feeling gloomy, okay, awesome, my car is getting washed. This is the mindset of being grateful. My car is getting washed. I sleep better when it rains. I'm more productive when it rains because I'm not tempted to go outside and ride my bike. So in every moment, there's an opportunity to be grateful, right? Between stimulus and response, there's space. So when you have a stressful moment, okay, how do I respond? I'm not going to react to this. I'm not going to get into this fight or flight. I want to be in control of my emotions, and that is through the practice of journaling, through gratitude, through doing the work. So back to the journaling process. So what time I wake up, what wins I have from yesterday, express gratitude, a list of up to 5. It's easy. Just be grateful for that, your heart beating. You be grateful that, the people in your life, the things you're accomplishing. There's so many things in your life to be grateful for. And then specifically write out your goals. What are you working on right now? Those 4 things tend to be in my gratitude practice or my journal practice. And then I'll include any notes that I'm thinking about. What's going well, what's not going well. So these are the psychological tools. So journaling, gratitude practice, etc. When it comes to physiological tools, so this is what I do with my body. So like we talked about before, training, resistance training, exercise, acute levels of stress where you put your body through stress is great for stress management. So make sure you have some sort of physical, maybe it's just a walk in nature, maybe it's just, yoga, whatever it is. Find your passion when it comes to movement. I like lifting weights. I like running fast. I like feeling like an athlete. That's what helps me manage my stress. What other things can we do when it comes to using our body? Well, nature is really important for us. Going for a walk in nature after my day with my dog in the mountains of BC is one of the most cup filling activities I can ever do. It gives me energy. It gives me that space between work and going home, right? Deep work, pushing, advancing, doing everything I want to do in my career, to deep love, right? You need a transition, right? In the evening, connection, disconnect from work, but connecting with people, right? So deep work to deep love. What else can we do with our body? We can breathe. Breathing through our diaphragm, I'm sure you might have heard of belly breaths, is an amazing way to control our state. Right, so nice and easy breaths through the nose and out the nose. In terms of cadence, that's going to be up to the individual. Even just doing box breathing of 4 seconds in, 4 second hold, 4 second out, 4 second hold, 4 second. That can be a very powerful thing to do for 3 to 5 minutes daily to activate your parasympathetic nervous system to calm down your state. So let's look at your day. Let's say right now, 6 hours of your day are really hyper stressed. You're at work, emails are coming in, you're scrambling, you're reactive. Filling in some breathing within within those hours, can do wonderful things. So when it comes to managing your stress, remember that you're in the driver's seat. Yes, you may not control the things that happen in your life, the events, the relationships, right? That's out of our control. Nobody has control over that. But we do control our response. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space is your freedom and your growth. You see, most of us have the mindset that stress makes us weak, it deteriorates our health, takes away from our vitality, weakens us. We have to shift towards the mindset of, well, stress is great, it's a challenge. When it gets hard, smile. Right? When you're going through stress, you're getting better. You're encountering things you never have. Life can't just be stressless, right? Because the things we care about are the things we stress about. We have psychological tools like a gratitude practice, like a journaling practice. Get it out of your brain. Start to focus on doing the work inside. And then we have physiological tools, exercise, breathing, nature, sex, cup-filling activities that are going to allow you to thrive. So I hope this year is a little better managed. You step up for those challenges, that you continue to crush your goals. Anyways, thank you for your time. Talk soon.